Hello everyone and welcome to Whimsy Creek Art. In today's video I'm going to demonstrate using aquarium tubing to blow out a paint pour. And so I get asked quite a bit, what am I using to blow out my pours and why do I choose to use aquarium tubing? So I hope to answer some of those questions for you today. So I've just put a base down of a real light teal minty green color, and then I'm just putting kind of a line kind of abstract down, not quite the middle, but I've kind of a little bit over to the left of some blues and some greens. And that first cobalt blue had some silicone in it. Then this color shift blue I'm putting down now has a little bit of silicone in it. And those are the only two colors that have silicone in it. And so I have mixed my paint up, just as I mix all my paint up, with 3 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint and a little bit of water. Some of the colors did not need any water at all. A couple just needed a few drops. And just those 2 colors have silicone. And here is my aquarium tubing. I just use about an 18-inch section of aquarium tubing, and I choose to use aquarium tubing because I like it because it's bendable, so you can kind of manipulate it back and forth to be able to get each side of the paint pour without having to move your actual paint pour. And so you can see I just blowing through on one side, then I kind of bend it back and blowing through on the other side, and you can kind of tell how I'm feathering it kind of back and forth as I'm blowing. And it kind of just depends on the kind of look you're going for. You can just blow like straight out, like if you were gonna go for like sunflower petals where they're kind of more of a straight, or if you're gonna do a flower with petals, you're gonna fan it back and forth like this. And so for this more of an abstract look and to get each of the colors to kind of pop up through, I am fanning it back and forth. I am holding it up at like a 45-degree angle to the canvas, so not straight parallel with the canvas, but not straight at the canvas, straight up and down like perpendicular to the canvas. I'm just holding it at about a 45-degree angle, and I'm holding it about an inch from the canvas. And so I'm just blowing enough air, and this is where you just kind of got to practice how much air to blow through, and it just depends on how thick your paint is, what look you're going for. But I'm just kind of blowing through about enough to blow out a candle, a little less than what you would want to blow out a candle. And so you're just kind of wisping it back and forth and kind of just blowing the paint across the surface of each other is what you're doing. So this is what I like to use instead of a straw, because this is just reusable. It's very cheap and economical. It's only a few dollars for like 20 feet or like 40 feet. I mean, that's a lot, way more than you're going to need for this project. So you might want to share with somebody that has an aquarium, or you can also use like medical tubing, of course, clean medical tubing, but like oxygen tubing or medical tubing. It comes in different diameters, and just kind of experiment with what diameter works best for you, what you can blow through. But aquarium tubing is just perfect, and you can go back in and kind of blow in some details, or maybe if you do a different technique like a swipe or a flip cup or any other technique, maybe you want to come back in and blow some details out. Works perfect for that. And so those are just kind of a few of the reasons why I use aquarium tubing. Now I am blowing kind of more straight up and down. I'm blowing the center out to try to I'm pulling up some of that blue, making that yellow and green that's more on top separate out, and letting that blue kind of pop up to the surface is what I'm kind of doing there. So you can experiment at the angle you hold your aquarium tubing, at the angle you hold it to the canvas, how hard you blow, how thick or thin you want your paint. Experiment with all that. But the thickness of my paint, it's about the same consistency I would do with all of my paint pours, and it's mixed up just the same as all of them. And so, all right, thank you so much for watching. And please let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you've used aquarium tubing, if you're using some sort of straw alternative to blowing out your paint. Let me know what you're using. I'd like to hear about it. All right, so thank you so much, and you have a great day.